A very warm welcome, and today this is your Nimi with you, and today we'll be moving into grade 9, and grade 9 today we'll be discussing about the poem Wind. Yes, there are a lot of things what comes into your mind when you hear the word wind. Yeah, the cool breeze which comes to your mind, and also we know the wind, which is a totally destructive figure, right? So we are looking into the poem Wind, written by Subramania Bharati. The poetry is taken from grade 9 cbse Beehive textbook. Now, to speak about Subramania Bharati, he is basically a Tamil poet, and he is basically a person who actually was an activist of independence. So we can say most of his poetry will look into the positivity, and he will also look into trying to overcome the problems in their life. Yes, as they were a part of independence, as they were part of the post-independence, as he was also an activist, those kind of themes of freedom and optimism is quite a long scene throughout the poem. So that is about Subramania Bharati. Subramania Bharati was the initial person who wrote the poem Wind in Tamil language. But later on, there was another poet, A.K. Ramanujan. A.K. Ramanujan was a scholar. Basically, he translated from Kannada, Tamil, English, and other languages to English. So in the same way, this poem Wind, which is initially written by Subramania Bharati, was translated into English by A.K. Ramanujan. So without wasting your time, we directly move towards the poem Wind. First, I'll read the first stanza and then I'll give you the explanation. So, the first stanza, as you can see, the name of the poem is basically Wind. So, I'm sure when you hear the word wind, there are a lot of things coming into your mind, as I discussed before. Here we are looking into the wind as a destructive power, which is destroying completely. Okay, so before moving into stanza wise or part wise, as you can see in the poem in your textbook, it is not properly stanza. Okay, it's a free words. But I have divided the poem into 3 parts. So before moving into the poem, one thing you have to know is, basically this poem is a conversation between the wind and the poet. Who is the poet? Subramania Bharati. So it's basically a conversation. So now I'll read the first stanza for you, and then wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the book. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. This is the first part of the poem. Okay, so basically we can look into line by line again. So wind, come softly. So from the first line, come softly. It's just like you are addressing to a small child. Wind, please come softly. Okay, just like a baby. Okay, the poet is basically having a conversation with the wind, and basically he's asking the wind in the first part, please come softly. And then he's also trying to say that, wind, you should not be very strong. Please don't be rough with the human beings. Okay, you should be actually very soft and subtle, so that when the wind is blowing through our mind, through our body, or through our face, we would feel like we should feel happiness. But then what are you doing? You're bringing in all the destructive power. Then he also says, over here the wind is very powerful and destroying everything. See, what is the wind over here doing? Wind is basically breaking the shutters of the windows, and basically the papers have been scattered throughout the place. And all the books which are kept neatly arranged, every books are down. So all these things are the what the wind did. So now basically you can see over here the poet is asking, why are you doing it? You're making fun. Okay, the word used over there in the poem is basically, you are very clever at poking fun. Poking fun means basically making fun of the weaklings. Weaklings means weak people. So over here you have to look into who are the weak people. Okay, so weak people may be those who are financially weak, maybe, or maybe in a healthy wise, mentally weak. So all these people are brought in over here. So the last line says that you are very clever at making fun of the weak people. I know that you're very, you like making fun of that. So he's trying to say, please, I know you're doing all these things, but then please, if it is small children or small people or those who are very weak at heart, they will initially feel scared, they'll be disturbed. So here in the first part, of the end of the first part, the poet is asking the wind, please come softly. Just like a small child, when they enter to us, we feel so happy. But you're becoming just like a teenage or a young boy who's becoming so destructive. You're destroying everything. So the end of first part, we can come to a conclusion of what I've written in 2 points. Poet is asking wind to come softly, not to destroy everything. So wind can be seen as a small child, young child or a baby to a teenage age. This is what has also been a symbolic meaning of wind. Okay, wind being a person. Okay, this is what is being said in the first part. Now we move on to the second part. I'll read it for you. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling hearts, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. Throughout you can see the way the poet has been trying to use the word repetition as crumbling. You have to know that, you have to basically know about the word meaning of crumbling. I hope you all know the meaning of the word crumbling. So what do you mean by crumbling? Crumbling means basically, you can say that complete destruction. So as you can see over here in the line, they're speaking that basically because of this wind, it is destroying everything. So again, if you can look into line by line, you will get more meaning about it. Okay, so let's go into line by line. Frail, crumbling houses. What do I mean frail? F-R-A-I-L. Frail means weak. The weak houses are basically crumbled or destroyed. Crumbling doors, crumbling rafter. Rafter, you know, right? Basically the beam, the sloping beam. So basically you're destroying everything, the beam, the windows, the houses, the doors, the wood, bodies, lives, and even the heart. Okay, those are literally having a mental issue or a problem. Everyone are completely you have destroyed. What have you done? Why did you destroy this? The poet is asking to whom? To the wind. As I told you in the beginning, it is a conversation between the wind and the poet. So the poet is asking the wind, why are you doing it? Why are you becoming so destructive? You might have seen all the children also at times. Certain children are also very destructive. They want to break a lot of things. They're not like babies. Babies like to see whatever they see, they are happy with what they see. But children, when they move up to a particular age, they destroy everything. So that shift is also being seen over here. And I'm taking another line, next line to the second part as well. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. The wind god. So now we're taking the wind as a paraphrase of God, meaning as a god. Winnows and crushes them all. Now what is winnowing? I'm sure you all might be knowing winnowing. Winnowing is basically separating. Separating what? The husk from the grain. You know, if you've seen the green, the paddy field and all, you've seen the grain. There's a husk, and inside the husk there's grain. Okay, so basically the winnowing process is basically separating the grain from the husk. So now in the same way, this winnowing process, who is doing? God is doing. Now what is God doing? God is basically doing the process of winnowing. And what is He doing? And crushes them all. Crushing whom? Crushing the weak people. Okay, so over here the poet is trying to say, it's not the wind is trying, the poet is trying to say through wind, the wind as a god is basically separating the people from good and bad, or basically the strong people and weak people. Those who are weak, when the problems comes in, yes, they falls, but if they're strong enough, they will stay like that. So it's not basically being financially sound, but mentally we're supposed to be strong. So wind god will separate the strong and the weak. I hope the process is clear. Winnowing means separating the husk from the grain. The same way God is also going to separate the weak people and the strong people. And the weak people will be completely crushed. So now we can look into what I've written for part 2. Crumbling means breaking houses, hearts, everything. And when God separates the strong people from the weak people. This is what is being mentioned in the part 2. So now we'll move on to part 3. He won't do what you tell him. He's not going to listen to your commands. He's not going to do as you say. Because wind is just like that superior power. So you shouldn't ask the wind to do that. It does what it likes. So come. So what can we do? Whatever I say, the wind is not listening. So what should I do? I should prepare myself. Now how am I going to prepare myself? So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to firm the body. Make the heart steadfast. Steadfast means make the heart firm enough. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. So in the last part of the poem, it's very clear. The poet is telling, wind is not going to listen whatever we say. So what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to be strong enough. It's not just a house, not the literal meaning of the wind as a destructive power destroying a house, but then mentally. Here in the third part, we have to look into the symbolic meaning of the poem Wind. Wind is a symbol of basically the problems in our life, the challenges in our life. So what should we do so that we are supposed to overcome the problems or challenges in our life? For that, our heart should be strong enough. Our heart should be firm enough to fight against the problems and overcome these barriers. Because we have to move forward. We shouldn't be weak people and we'll be crushed. Be strong enough. Only if you're strong enough, you can move on. This is a wonderful poem actually, which you can very clearly speak about right now when all of you are in the midst of Corona. Because right now, I just heard this few days back an interview with a family who was affected by Corona. The whole family, the father, mother and the son was affected by Corona. And after they were fine, all right, they just had an interview. And during that interview, the husband and the wife, both of them said just one thing. Only one thing we have to be. We have to be positive enough. Not just sending negative messages, but share your positive vibes to others. That's what we should do. Okay? It's not becoming sad because there's a particular problem. Okay, I'm affected with COVID, so I'm sad. Okay, there are people around me. What am I supposed to do? What you can do, you do. Quarantine yourself. Go get admitted in the hospital. So please understand the situation and be positive enough. You are there on earth just to spread the smile, not just to make others cry. So please share that happiness. So now we'll quickly move on to the literary devices of the poem. The first one is rhyme scheme. So you have to know it is a free verse. There is no proper stanza and no proper rhyme scheme. The second one is anaphora. You can see consecutively in second, third and fourth. It's beginning with don't. Don't get confused with repetition. Repetition is written over here. The crumbling, the word can be is repeated throughout anywhere in the line. That is called repetition. But anaphora should be beginning in the beginning of the lines. Consecutively in the very next lines is called anaphora. Personification, we can see that wind can be given, is given feminine as well as masculine gender, he or she. So it's basically personification. You are familiar with personification, giving a human trait to a non-living thing. Symbolism, we already discussed. Basically the challenges or problems in the life of human beings are given a symbol of wind. And then alliteration, the word sound is repeated. Again your word sound is repeated to show that wind, word sound is repeated. So the initial consonant sounds repeated is called alliteration. These are basically the literary devices of the poem. I hope you understood the poem and I hope you understood literary device also. If you have any doubts, please leave a message. Don't forget, do post in the comment box if you have any questions or any queries or any comments, and please don't forget to like and share and obviously subscribe to all the viewers. Thank you. This is your Nimi Living. Bye.